Hey buddy, Junior 2000 here, coming at you with a movie review of the 2004 Scarecrows slasher movie Dark Harvest, released in 2004, directed by Paul Moore, starring Don Digiulio and other actors that I can't pronounce their name right, but Jennifer Lee, not the actress, but there's a different actress. I mean Jennifer Lee, not the real actress. There's a different actress, but it's it's low budget. They're these actors that are in the movie. They're not like well known actors. They're low budget actors because it's a low budget scarecrow movie. And I did mention this in my top five movies. It was in the honorable mentions where I mentioned this movie. I really enjoyed Dark Harvest 2004. It's not a well known movie. I know everybody are like if people seen Dark Harvest, they're gonna remember the 2020 the 2023 movie that came out last year, which was really good. I did like that Dark Harvest one that had like the pumpkin Jack monster skeleton that looked like Pumpkinhead, but it was like Pumpkinhead meets the that movie's pretty badass. It's like Pumpkinhead meets The Purge, and it's set in the 50s, which is brilliant. And that's a great movie. I like Dark Harvest, but I do like this one. I did enjoy it. It's a good low budget, and of course, it's released by Lionsgate. Of course, this was an artisan, so that's why some of the stuff is artisan, like Blair Witch movies, like the Blair Witch Project and the sequel. And there's some other movies like Summer of Fear, Wes Craven, the Bloody Murder movie, Wendigo, Soul Survivor, one of the shitty Wishmaster sequels, and just other stuff that they advertised back in the day. And of course, essay about the movie. They even explained that it was hella hot on the set of making this movie, and some of the stuff was stolen, like some of the weapons that were in the movie that they find in the barn. That stuff was stolen. But they filmed in West Virginia. But all in all, it doesn't have that much special features. But I did wrote down all the trailers that were in it. They had trailers for The Punisher, that shitty Godsend movie with Robert De Niro. That was just terrible with a crappy movie with four endings that sucked. And you got Nine Lives trailer, Ginger Snaps 2 trailer, Sick trailer, Serial Killing 101 trailer, and also a Dark Harvest 2004 trailer. But the movie just it's just a really good movie. I just feel like this movie still holds up, and I seen crappy low budget movies than this. Like to me, I rather watch this than Halloween Ends because at least this one was more creative. They had some art to it. This is art to me because I feel like this was something that they tried. You could tell that it's low budget, it's not the best, but I still appreciate the movie. It still works. And the movie just goes on about this curse that happens on this cornfield where this character named Elijah gets he makes a deal with the devil so he could have his crops made because the guy is lazy. He doesn't want to do his crops. He wants to like just get them done. So he makes a deal with the devil where his crops grow during the heat summer of West Virginia, where it's a drought. But one leads to another. He makes a death discovery where he kills his wife because the sheriff makes a visit to him, and the sheriff looks throughout and sees a scarecrow and he sees a bunch of blood smearing, and it turns out it's his dead wife on a scarecrow cross that he murdered her. So he's like trying to get him with a gun, trying to take him into custody, but he gets shot in the way, and then his assistant shoots Elijah, and then Elijah gets shot. And then one leads to another, opening credits with eerie music that goes on for 2 minutes, and then you get to the present time, and you get to Elijah's great great grandson, um, Sean, who is played by Don Digiulio, and his acting's not that bad. It's a bit quirky in some parts, but I did thought the actor wasn't that bad. And he's trying to like get informed that, oh, you had a dad that died because he was adopted, so he was with a different family. So now you see find out that his dad, his actual dad, passed away. So like he gets inherit this farmhouse, and one leads to another. He goes there with his friends and his girlfriend, and they spent this there to have fun time eating, swimming in the pool, the pond that's there, hanging out at the farmhouse, looking around, looking at the barn with all the tools and the torture weapons that his great great grandfather Elijah did to his victims, all the fucked up stuff that he done. When they saw the weapons in the barn, he has this premonition what's going on with his weird things that's going on. His blood is smeared when he gets actually pricked in the finger, and its blood smears on the floor, which signs more fate of the characters coming to an end when they are going to be attacked by the scarecrows. And of course, he meets up with a lady that's a ghost, telling him about this guy Elijah, who's his great grandfather, how he turned evil. He made a deal with the devil. He killed his wife. He killed the sheriff, and he got killed in the middle of the crossfire. And yeah, so like there's a blood moon that's gonna happen when his friends should be leaving. Like a big warning. Like the lady's pretty much like old Ralph, like telling him like you're gonna be doomed. You better leave, son. But the character doesn't think about it, so they are hanging out, finding out more details. He sees a gravesite when he walks around, and it turns out it's the same lady that he was talking to, which she presents her name, Margaret Anderson, and he sees a tombstone that was covered by a bunch of leaves, and he moves it and sees that she was a ghost this whole time. And now he's trying to get the fuck out of there with his friends. And then one of the dumbasses gets their stomach stabbed with a scythe by one of the scarecrows. And one of the other ones trying to block the door but gets his shoulder stabbed. And then they want to get the hell out of there. They see the dumbass friend that got stabbed in the stomach. Her dead body's hanging on a scarecrow cross, and they're trying to find the keys. And then they try to hide from the scarecrows, make it out of there. They're getting killed one at a time. Sean is pissed at his great grandfather for making a deal with the devil, calling him a sick fuck. But there's no time to argue. He has to get prepared to like fight these scarecrows, and he does. But some more friends get killed. Even his girlfriend gets killed, and it really disturbs him. But he has to be motivated to like, boom, gotta destroy these scarecrows. And he does by tricking them, stabbing one, having one get hooked by a hook and hang and torn to pieces, one getting another one and thrown into a fire that burns up, and then getting one through a tunnel area, a tunnel silo where he gets into the silo where he's trying to get hit by a scythe, but he gets and ducks out of the way, where the last girl that is one of his friends helps him out, shooting a flare gun at the scarecrow and exploding the scarecrow, and kaboom explosion. And then he gets the last laugh where he throws a scythe at the scarecrow's head, and he hugs with his last friend that's alive, that they survived and they're free. They're gonna sell the place, and now he makes his escape where him and his friend survive, because his girlfriend is dead and he is still saddened by it, but happy that they made it out, survived, kicked ass, take no names like a motherfucker, and they destroyed the scarecrows. The scarecrows are not the best looking, I'll admit. When you watch this movie, it's not the best looking movie. You can see the low budget quality with some of the acting, some of the locations of the camera lens, how they're filming the movie, and some of that. Like I know, and even the look of the scarecrows. The scarecrows, they do look like those scarecrows from that Goosebumps episode. The scarecrows that walked at midnight. They look like that kind of quality, but it doesn't bother me. To me, this is much better than the crap that comes out nowadays. Like to me, this is better than Halloween Ends. This is more watchable too. The hell with that movie. This movie's more entertaining, and it does have some pretty good practical blood effects and gore. So like, we have to appreciate that. And it's a pretty good low budget scarecrow movie. Not that bad of a movie, but all in all, I really enjoy it. I thought this movie was pretty good. One of the 2004 movies that I enjoyed. I know there were sequels that came out after this, like 2 and 3, but 2 and 3 had no connection with this first movie, but they were released in 2004, which was weird. But those sequels had no connection to this movie. They didn't even bring back the Sean character, so like, well, I don't know why those even were made. But I did enjoy Dark Harvest from 2004, and yeah, good movie. But have a good day, everybody, and yeah, enjoy the two Dark Harvest movie, Dark Harvest from 2004 and 2023. But yeah, have a good day, everybody. Highly recommend folks to check Dark Harvest 2004 out, and yeah, give it a watch someday, folks. If you ever see it in the stores or anywhere, definitely pick it up. It's worth it. Have a good day, everybody, and take care, folks. Bye bye.